Hey everybody, come on in. Welcome back. It's the Shawn Yankey Show. It is time. Get in here. We are live right now on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope. So whatever time it is, wherever you are, all over the world, thank you for coming. Come on in. Invite your friends. Like and share. Participate in the show. Say hi. Let me know you're here. Comment. This is a comment driven show. What this is a conversational chat talk show all rolled into one. You got to see it to know what I'm talking about. But come on in. And just a second, I'll be able to see the comments. Right now, I can't. That's one thing I got to figure out how to iron out in the beginning. A lot of times I talk about having multiple screens, like a matrix setup. I need something like that because at first I can't really see what you're saying. There we go. So, hey, Helen, Nicole, stuck at work? Come on, it's evening time. You got one of those jobs. A lot of people have jobs like that. I've had jobs like that. Like right now, I'm lucky. I've gotten a set schedule and I work days, which is really nice because you can schedule your life around it. But a lot of times you don't have that luxury. And I've definitely had a lot of jobs where I haven't had that luxury. Hey, Susan. Hey, Jack. I like how you say the peeps thing. I use that I set up a chat for people that give me advice and stuff and help me with the shows, and I call it Yankee Peeps. I like that. Jack's here. Joan. Hey, Jack. Dale. Heath. Good group here on Facebook. Marie. Good to see everybody. I'm going to back up and read those again. I'm going to go over here. YouTube. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Comment. And YouTube sometimes doesn't let me see your comments. I have been told that they are commenting. People that watch on both platforms have come back over to Facebook and said, I'm talking over there and you're not saying anything. So it happens. It hasn't in a while, but it does happen. Jack's having a bong hit. That means the show has to begin. Now we have officially begun now that Jack has had his bong hit. Marie says, went for a scooter ride on a trail with my family in the rain today. Dog went too. That sounds cool. Dale's joining in on the bong hit. I would like to join you guys, but I'm not allowed to smoke in the house. Babels doesn't like the smell. She doesn't enjoy the smell. She doesn't appreciate it. See, I think it smells amazing. I love the smell of cannabis, but it gives her migraines, which to me is one of the saddest things I've ever heard. Babels, my Babels, can't smoke, can't enjoy cannabis because it gives her migraines. It's terrible. But y'all may have noticed that I am extra beautiful tonight, and there is a reason for that. I got a new light, one that I had my eye on for a little while now. And since I had a little extra money from my Rona bonus at work, I'm getting a Rona bonus. I get extra money per hour because I'm an essential frontline employee. If you didn't know, I'm super important. So I get extra money, and I went ahead and bought me this light. Now I still got to tweak the settings a bit to get it perfect, but I'm excited about it. It's got actually 3 different lighting settings on it, colors of light. This Babel's picked out. This is like I don't know how to describe it. I don't even know why I went down that road, but it's got 3 different ones. It's neat, and I'm excited, but I'm easily entertained. But I think it's cool that we're improving in the show. Little things over time, like we're going to get a better mic. Joan has issues with the audio, and I've done all I can and gotten all I could out of this equipment. But we're going to get stuff down the road, and I appreciate all that. But It's been you guys that have made that happen. Well, you're the reason why this show is growing. And I want to thank the regulars who are here all the time, commenting and sharing and inviting their friends, smashing the like buttons. Because I see you guys out there, and I want you to know that I appreciate your support. All of that stuff really helps. And it helps me, keeps me moving forward. Because you guys are always there. Sorry, they're watching UFC in the other room, and I don't have soundproofing yet. That's another thing we'll improve down the road. But I do appreciate all you guys' support, and I have been very blessed in that way. I have had a tough time a lot of the way with technical problems and technical difficulties. But even with all that, I've somehow built a really great group of people who gather at my feeds, who are very supportive and loyal. So I'm not just pretty, which you're enjoying more of today. I'm lucky too, you know, and that's good. And let's hope I'm really lucky because I made a realization, you know, I've been fighting with something. You've probably been able to tell, those of you that are more perceptive have probably been able to tell that there's something under the surface that's trying to get to the top. But I've made a realization, and that is that I'll never be successful at this, at what I'm trying to do. You know, maybe I could go to broadcasting school and become a disc jockey. I don't know that I could even get away with that job without dropping 9/11 Truth between 9 Inch Nails albums. You know, I don't know that I could keep my job at a radio station. So there's no future in what I want to do. You know, I want to wake the sheep. I want to lead the awakening. I want to push people to rise up. And all of those things are forbidden. You know, right now, we're dealing with massive censorship in every way. I can't tell you what restaurant I work at. I don't even list that I have a job on my social media. I just list my comedy, which I do on the side, you know, just local and, you know, around the tri-state area, just little stuff. And I only list that, even though I barely do that. I wish I did that more. But if I tell you the restaurant, then I'll start involving my job, and I may accidentally say something, and then they'll take something personal, and then I'll get fired. I like the job. Yeah, Dale, I love the smell. I think cannabis smells amazing. Helen says both the show and the toke must go on. Susan says I'm having technical difficulties too. Facebook is all over my shit. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Censorship has now been corporatized, and they're censoring truth in every way. You know, anything that goes against the mainstream, I can't talk tonight, the mainstream media agenda is destroyed. And these tools that we have, they aren't what they seem. Like the internet and social media and YouTube and Twitter, all of it. It's all a weapon. They weaponized it long before we ever got to play with it. You know, because they wanted to see things. They wanted to see the things that we'd say and what we'd do with it. And we gave them everything, willingly. You know, someone was saying to me, Kathy was saying, you know, have you done these avatars yet? On Facebook, there's these avatars people are making. And I haven't done it yet, but I've seen it. I mean, I've seen people doing it. And she's like, well, it's probably more facial recognition software. I'm like, they have everything on me. Everything. I gave it willingly. Then they have all my thoughts and feelings and know all my favorite movies. And they have everything they want. What's an avatar going to hurt? You know, we gave it all willingly. And now they've gotten to see what all the conspiracy theorists would spout off about. And they also got to gauge and see what everyone's responses to that would be. But now they're shutting it all down. The game is ending. and they're taking their fancy toys back, taking the power away. We've done too much with it. You know, we've accomplished too much with this platform, these tools that are also weapons that they've been using against us. Dot Connector says the gatekeepers are the only ones allowed to have successful channels on YouTube. You can't break through on YouTube. I got to 1,000 subscribers. I feel like I made it. That's the most I ever hoped to obtain, was 1,000 subscribers. I don't ever have any insane delusions that I'm going to be monetized and get advertising money and anything like that. I don't think anything like that's going to happen. It's been so hard. Like, took 4 years to get to 1,000. Yes, Susan, the man is watching our every move. That is very literal. You know, people say, well, I would never own one of those Amazon Alexas because it listens to everything. Or, no, but you got a smart TV in your house. It listens to everything and records you. Your phone is always listening to you and tracking you, paying attention to everything you're talking about. The man is watching our every move. He says, I have no avatar. Yeah, you do. Darth Vader. Darth Vader is your avatar. No, it's a thing on Facebook. Steve's going to work on his avatar, he says. But I'm going to do one. Why not? Why not? Everybody is. I want to be cool. You know, just like the masks, right? We need to wear a mask. Everybody's wearing a mask. I lost it today on Facebook. Some of you saw the post. I just put it on blast. I'm tired of this. This is silliness. What's going on with these masks? And I made a post the other day, and it was very mild post, just voicing my disgust with these masks. I'm sorry that this mouse is so loud. The reason we were late today is because my mouse died on me. I have a wireless mouse and the batteries died, and I thought I had more batteries, but I didn't. So I'm using the corded mouse, and it's like, I think Fred Flintstone was the original owner of this mouse. But anyways, the original post was wear a mask if you're sick, at risk, or just want to wear one. That's it. That's all I said. It's got 528 comments, and I lost like 30 friends over it. Not friends. I say that term loosely. These were not friends. I didn't even know most of these people before they commented on the post. But the comments on that post made me post this one. You can see that this mask is pretty much all I think about. I have to wear it at work because, as I told you, I'm essential. So I'm a front line. I'm putting my life at risk, apparently, to sell you food and drinks. And I wear this mask, and it's on my mind. I can feel it right now. You probably see me fidgeting with my face. Even in the Fauci video I shared the other day, he says that. It increases the amount of fidgeting with your face. They're not good in many ways, and we'll get to that later. But today, I went a little harsher with him. I came harder at him, you know. I went ahead and said, people are showing their true colors with this mask stuff. And they are. They're showing exactly who they really are. I said, I cannot believe how many brainwashed bootlickers have stumbled onto my Facebook page. I tried to be civil, but I'm just going to say it. There is zero need for healthy people to be wearing masks. And this has all been a test, and most of you have failed it spectacularly. Y'all are the same people that will help track and trace the rest of us. And that is true. These people that are gaslighting the shit out of everyone about masks on Facebook, they're the same ones that are going to point you out to Big Brother over whatever else. Right now, it's the Rona. Everyone's terrified, right? And you should be terrified. And if you were a good citizen, you cared about everybody, you would just wear your worthless mask and be quiet about it. And don't even acknowledge or talk about the fact that it's not protecting you from anything. And it's not even, people say, well, okay, that's true, but you're protecting others because maybe you're sick. But that's not true either because it's not keeping everything from getting out. You know, it's ridiculous. And yes, Fauci walked back his statement, but his original statement stands. Just because he was pressured politically to walk it back, I played it for you. He clearly says, and the only reason why I keep using Fauci, I don't even personally like Fauci. The only reason why I keep using him is because he should be an establishment approved source here on the masks. Clearly said, no need to be wearing them. It's a show. That's what he said it. He said it's for show. He says it is what it is. No, man, it's not. Because there's more to this, and this ain't going away. You know, the World Health Organization straight out is saying that now. If you go to their site, they're telling you this may never end. This may never go away. See, now I'm going to do that. I'm trying not to touch my face, so I'll divert my hand. See if I can stop myself from doing it. Now that I've told you, maybe I won't do it. Marie says they sure are. We have an alt city group because of all the Karens in the regular one. A Karen got, and I was calling non-mask wearers trash humans for real. I think she was talking about herself. They are projecting, and the mask makes them feel better about themselves. You can see that clearly when they talk to you. If you were a good citizen, you cared about other people like I do, I'm a good person, and I am not selfish like you, and I don't want to hurt other people, so I would wear my mask. This is about conforming. This is about much more than that. It's about a relinquishment of power. And they're exposing themselves. They're bootlickers. They're brainwashed. Jack says each to their own. That's how I feel. I hope you're talking about what I think you're talking about. Because I feel like to each their own. Because if you're not getting the expensive, high-quality masks, then it's a charade. You're just putting on a show. It's not actually stopping anything. Yeah, Jessica, people are begging for a militarized state. They'll welcome it with open arms. I told them today, because I put that post up, because I wanted it. What the whole purpose of that post was to clear out my Facebook friends. To get these Karens out of here. Just get out. You know, I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm so tired of it. It's enough I got to wear it. I wear it 9 hours a day. That's enough. I don't need to wear it everywhere else. You know, this is ridiculous. Jessica said most masks are filthy virtue signals. Yes. It's exactly what it is. Marie says he's not the only doctor to say exactly what he said, and she is right. But most of them, it's either buried. There were those two doctors from California that gave a live stream talking about this whole thing, even describing how social distancing and all of that is actually making things worse and will make the reaction and down the road numbers worse because our immunity won't be there. That was suppressed like crazy. They've made another video now. That's going to be pulled everywhere. You can't share it. It was also in the, what was the name of that documentary everybody was just trashing? Plandemic, right? I want to say plandemic. They bury this stuff. You can't even share a link. By the time you post it, that link's not good anymore. They're getting rid of stuff like this. Any kind of thing that goes against the mainstream narrative. But yeah, he's not the only doctor. The only reason why I keep using him, like I said before, is because it seems like people accept him. So he's an expert right now you're listening to every day. He's all over the place. He's telling you. I know he backed off of it, but he straight out said there's no reason. If I had it pulled up, I'd play it for you again. Look it up for yourself. These masks are for show, you know. And Jones mentioned hydroxychloroquine. I got to give this up. I seriously got to hang up my act because I want to talk for a living. I want this to take off. I can't talk. I can't talk. I need to do tongue twisters or something before I get on here because medical names, pills and such, that word is so hard to say. Hydroxychloroquine. But our president's taken that because they use it in other countries to treat this and to prevent against it. And it works really good. So he's taking it. But nobody wants to push that or promote it here. They're not even wanting to admit that it's not dangerous to take this. Dale says, write rude obscenities on the mask. Have a little fun with it. Dude, I'm being paid to wear it. Right now, like I said, I get a Rona bonus. So I'm being paid to wear it. As the way I rationalize it. I made a deal with myself in that way mentally. At first, I didn't want to do it. You know, in a childish way, I would have never acted on it. But it crossed my mind to just leave. I was like, no. It was my immediate reaction. But I put it on. I wear it. I don't want to, but I do. Marie said all of the mask boxes have stamped on the outside. Does not protect against COVID. She's absolutely right. She's absolutely right. I read it on the ones at my work because I saw it shared and I went and looked. They're kept in the safe and I looked at it, the box, and it tells you they're for show. I'm sorry. I got the Rona maybe. I don't know. I've had like a chest cold going on forever. I think it's because of the crazy weather. Quinine. That sounds like something from Harry Potter. Steve says it's quinine. He says I was purposely social distancing before the Rona. I'm an introvert and I love my personal space. So I was too. Somebody told me today on that post that I should stay away from people, and I felt like telling them, dude, I'm all over that. I am all over that. Jack makes an excellent point here, all right? It's a little bit dirty, but so I wear underwear and pants, and a fart still gets through. And how's a paper mask going to stop? You know, you can feel the air coming through that mask from the other side on your hand. You know, a lot of it's coming back hitting you in the face, but stuff's getting through. It's not stopping everything. And you're touching, you're readjusting the mask, just like he was saying. Then you touch other surfaces. The mask isn't stopping anything. It's just making people feel better. So it's not even to flatten the curve or help stop the spread. If you want to be totally honest, it's just to make people feel better. But people are trying to ostracize you if you speak out against these masks. That's why I straight up just came out swinging wild. I was like, fuck it. You know, if you guys are going to get that crazy over this, then I'm just going to be completely honest with you and tell you that I think it's ridiculous. Because at first I tried to tell you Just be sensible about it. Don't expect everyone to do it. If you want to wear one, go ahead. Now I just had to go out and just plain say it. There's no reason. No reason at all. Steve says I wear it out of courtesy. Bless you, man. I'm saying, but I'm sure that you agree that you shouldn't require people to wear them. It is a courtesy. That's yeah, Susan. It is disgusting. It's Jack's analogy. I don't like that kind of stuff. Matter of fact, I like Family Guy, but I don't like that they use that kind of humor, and I always tune out when they do. I still watch the show, but I tune out. I don't really dig that stuff. But Lori said masks are just muzzles, signs of obedience. This is a test. In a big way, this is a test. You know, I said that in the post, but it's true. I said it because it's true. This is a test to see what we'll do, what we'll tolerate, what we'll put up with, what we'll give up, what we'll go along with. Nathan says the mask is a placebo. Yeah. Marie says I wear one into whenever to see what the requirements are. Half the people just look better in the mask, just saying. Someone told me that too. They were like, you're ugly, so you should wear a mask all the time. And I was like, yeah, well, I don't want to. You know what I mean? I do look like a ninja in it, though. Like, I look badass. Or like a B character on ER or something. You know, somebody pushing a trolley or something like that. Or wheeling somebody out in a wheelchair. Somebody off camera. Jessica says I'm forced to wear security theater at work. Yeah, me too. I have to wear gloves too. And I usually am taking orders. Like I'm touching a computer screen and I'm on a headset. I don't really need to be wearing gloves at all. I'm not touching food. I'm not interacting with any people. I got a mask on. And for no reason. Zero. Other than everybody's terrified. And that's just because they've been convinced that they need to be. Jack says, I really love seeing people wearing a mask in their car, driving by themselves. That is a sight to behold. Marie says, we are all humans that need oxygen, not oxygen with CO2. Yeah, you don't need to be rebreathing your air. It's not good for you. I feel nauseous in that thing. You're never going to convince me it's healthy to be wearing it. There's no reason for me to be wearing it. I've already established that. Other than this show that we're putting on for everyone else. And I'm tired of it. There's no reason for it. We can't keep allowing this shit. This is how, like, the Patriot Act and all this other shit's gotten rolled into place. Because we've always just been like, all right, well, terrorism is really scary, so you better protect us. I guess we'll give these rights and these freedoms away. And then now we're going to give away more because we're terrified of viruses? Do you understand they can do whatever they want with that? You can't give them that kind of license. That's like writing them a blank fucking check. These are invisible, and apparently you can steer diagnosis however you friggin' want to. I'm trying to stop dropping the F word. I'm just disgusted with what's going on in the world. And like I said to that one lady today on that post, you people scare the shit out of me because you do. It terrifies me. How upside down the world is. That these people would turn on everyone just because they think differently. Or just think for themselves. Paul says they want to see what people will allow. Yes. They make new laws for national emergencies, and that emergency is over. They never take them away. They only add new laws. Yeah. You think that would they roll back? They don't ever do that. They keep going in. And this is stuff they've had on the back burner. They've got this stuff ready to go. They've got these agendas. They've got these plans. And whenever something comes along, for them to be able to move them forward, they do. That's what they do. And they just tighten their grip and tighten their grip and tighten their grip slowly. They're like a python. Jessica says gloves and masks are filthy unless they're properly single use. Yeah, I change my gloves at work a lot, but I'm touching things constantly. So really, if I'm not changing them every 5 minutes, which I'm not, by the way, then they're useless. They're no cleaner than my hands when I was using hand sanitizer and washing my hands regularly. No cleaner. It's an illusion, and they're very uncomfortable. And I'm tired of putting on this show for everybody. Yeah, Susan, throw me on a new topic. Please, someone. I was begging today, and Kathy gave me a good one. She said UBI, right? That looks like what they're trying to make happen. With this new stimulus, in one of the versions, they had this language in there about moving us to a digital dollar. And making the stimulus payment available through that new digital dollar. I thought that was really scary language because I think that's kind of what the UBI agenda is about. They're not trying to help you out. They want you dependent on the system. So that would be the downside, I would think, to UBI. Yeah, Jack, Dumb and Dumber. The other day, he said, I watched Dumb and Dumber the other day. We're living it now. We definitely are. But I think they are trying to push universal basic income. I think that was the whole purpose of Andrew Yang running for president, was to get everybody conditioned and used to the idea of universal basic income. Steve says his dominatrix has been wearing her mask for years and she's ahead of her time. So this is a high-quality crowd. I mean, he's got a classy, very informed, very ahead of her time dominatrix. Yeah, and hand sanitizer, look, all this over-sanitization. Hand sanitizer does kill healthy microbes. It's not good for you to do all this. It's just not healthy. It's not a good way to be. Dot Connector says, show me your papers. How long before we're there? You think he's being silly? Well, he's not. I shouldn't assume your gender. Your name is Dot Connector. You could be anything. So, Dot, I'll just call you Dot. First UBI, then vaccine requirement for the UBI. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. They get you used to and dependent on the system. Then they can take it away. They can make you do things. You want your check, right? You want your stimulus check. You want your UBI, your money. Well, we want you to get this vaccine, and you're not going to be able to be part of our system without it. This is the kind of language that we're hearing right now. Dale said, I love y'all in this chat. You always cheer me up no matter what. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that. Marie says it does look like UBI will be a thing. My partner got an employment where we're still not sure about it, different amounts each time. But they said no work searches through June. Why? Yeah. And they're printing money out of thin air. They're proposing, right now they're saying it won't get through the Senate, but the Democrats, which it's all a show, Democrat, Republican, but they proposed a $3 trillion stimulus package, a new one. Where's this money coming from? We supposedly owe $24 trillion, and it's such a huge deal, right? Meanwhile, the Pentagon, in like a 20-year period of time, has lost over $20 trillion. We've printed up over 10 talking about printing more in the last, since this Rona started, just out of thin air. So where is it all coming from? And how do we owe 24 trillion if we can pull 10 out of the sofa cushions? And I'm just pulling that number out of my ass. I don't know exactly what it was. The stimulus package Trump said was like 6.2, and then wasn't there another big lump sum they threw at Wall Street, like 1.5? So it's more along the lines of 8 is what I should really be saying. But where's all this coming from? How do we owe 24 trillion if we just can have 8 to throw and talk about throwing another 3? Kristen says, choose a different timeline. We create our reality. If you butt into it, you'll get it. But if you fear it, you'll get it. Say no. Say what you want. What kind of world do you really want? And then live it. See, that's more what I want to be. I want to be more about that. I want to figure out that kind of reality. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I was searching for something else to talk about. Really was. It's all that's out there. And the mask, I just felt, was a good analogy to bring up for how these people are going to be ratting out their fellow man. As things are getting bad with the censorship and this new invisible enemy. Terrorism was already an invisible enemy that could never be defeated. Now you have viruses. When have we ever reacted this way to a virus? So now we're going to react this way to them forever. This is never going to stop. Once they cure, if let's say they cure it, even though that's way out of the realm of possibilities, let's say they do, something else will happen, some other virus, and we'll all have to be terrified of that one. You know, there's been one, a big one, pretty much every 2 years. So this will definitely happen again. This is not going away. If this is accepted as normal, it will be. And I don't want it to be. So maybe it's just passionate to me. Obamagate. Thank you. Do you guys know what Obamagate is? Obama's in deep shit. He's even getting rattled and kind of poking back a little bit and trying to fight back and swing a little. But I don't know, man. Everything in the Russiagate stuff is pointing back to Obama. And there were communications leaked that tie it all back to him. He was running this. The whole Russiagate thing. And, you know, framing up, the framing of Michael Flynn, he had a hand in all of this. Kristen says, it's my fault because I keep saying it. If I would just say what I want. So, okay, this is what I want. I want to keep my Rona bonus. And I don't want to wear the mask. So, my job is going to decide that we are worth more money. And they're going to give us our Rona bonus to keep. And masks are going to stop tomorrow. This is cool. Now I'm going to go to bed and everything's going to be cool tomorrow. I'm just kidding with you. I understand what you're saying. And it is a good way to be. You're right. Stop being negative. Think positive. Change it. Susan says, talk about carrying on with our progressive platform. What's the best way to do that? I don't know yet. I think it's at the local levels. That's the best way. I think getting involved locally and paying attention to, you know, nothing really above your state level is what really matters. That's what directly affects you and what you can directly affect. I think the politics on the national stage is mostly theatrics. And I'm not saying ignore it. Ignoring it's what got us where we are. So we definitely need to keep paying attention to it. But I think we make the most difference locally. The best way I could think to say what my opinion is on it. But tonight I have been kind of swinging in the dark, so I appreciate you putting me back on track. Jessica said Flynn. I might be getting the name wrong. I felt like I was when I said it. The General, Flynn. Yeah, I'm right. No, I got it right. Michael Flynn, right? That's the general that just got exonerated. Yeah. Oh, Biden Gate. Yeah, it'll become Biden Gate, won't it? Well, no, because he's never going to be president. I'm saying that. Kristen is teaching me. Biden won't ever come within sniffing distance of the Oval Office. I'm saying that. Clinton says Trump is taking hydrochloroquine. I hate that word. I hate it. Quinine. Like Steve said, we are bankrupting the Fed. Soon the world will move to asset-backed currency, gold, oil, natural gas, diamonds, etc. New methods of treating diseases are on the way with Operation Warp Speed. That's the good news. So you got to say the good news. This is good news. I don't. I haven't looked into it, but it's really good news. I like it. What I heard so far. Kristen says you have to see the nastiness in order to say no to it. Just don't get stuck in it. Very smart. Steve said wear the Lone Ranger mask. I'm going to see. Because my employer said that even a doctor's note won't get you out of this mask. Because there's one kid that's got some breathing issues to begin with, and he's having issues wearing the mask. And he tried to get a note from his doctor. No good. Have to wear it. So I bought one, but then I got it out of the package, and it was the kind you tie around your head. And I was like, I want it to go around my ears. Some people don't like that, and I don't really either, because it's pulling on your ears, but I definitely don't want it tied around my head. Yeah, Kathy, think globally, act locally. Very, very nicely put. Yeah, Jessica, Michael Flynn. That's what I was talking about. Russiagate is blowing up. And it leads back to Obama and Hillary. Yeah, Marie. Hillary is being flirted with as the VP pick. I'm sorry, sometimes I feel like you guys can see what I'm seeing. But Marie said that Biden is going to be maybe picking Hillary to be his VP. It's being talked about. Isn't that crazy? But the DNC is going to be destroyed, so that's good news. And Biden's never, or Hillary, is never going to be president. And that whole party needs to be destroyed. And that is another way that we move a progressive agenda forward. Because the Democratic Party is directly standing in the way of it. But let's see. Doc Connector says Plandemic. That was the name of the documentary I was trying to think of earlier. That is being heavily suppressed and kept from everybody. Why? Why are we allowing that too? We have to wonder about that. Can't allow this. Because the truth will die. It'll be killed off. But thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And I'm sorry we were a little bit all over the place. I spent too much time setting up and getting the new light ready. And all of that. And I couldn't really find anything in the news that wasn't about this stupid. I shouldn't call it stupid. You need to be concerned about it. It's as concerned as you would be about any other virus. I'm not going to live my life in fear over it. But that's what they want you to do. And they want you to not think and just do whatever they tell you. And they want to see if you'll do it. But that's all I could think about today. And that's what the show ended up being about. But Wednesday night, come back. That's conspiracy theory night. We talk about conspiracy theories, and I haven't picked a topic yet. So whatever you want to see, uh, let me know, and we could talk about that on Wednesday. But I will see you guys tomorrow for the next episode of the Shawn Yankey Show. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and I'll see you then.